Picture this. It is late at night. Your room is quiet. Your assignment is open in front of you. You have been staring at the same sentence for way too long. Your brain feels like it has too many tabs open. Some of them do not even make sense. And one of them is playing music even though you swear you closed it. If that feels familiar, stay with me. Because you are not the only one feeling this way, and this video might be the reset your mind has been waiting for. School can feel like a storm you cannot escape. Assignments, deadlines, projects, people expecting things from you. Teachers talking as if you have unlimited time and unlimited brain power. You try to hold everything together, but inside you are exhausted. You are overwhelmed. You are tired of pretending you are fine when you are not. Here is the first truth I need you to hear. You are not lazy. You are overloaded. And those two things feel almost exactly the same. Let us breathe for a moment. Slow inhale, slow exhale. You are here, you are safe, and you are allowed to take a moment for yourself. Let us talk about what is really going on. The real moment overwhelm hits. There is always a moment where everything becomes too much. For some people, it is when they open their school portal and see 5 red overdue notifications. For others, it is when they walk into class already tired, and the teacher announces another assignment. Sometimes it hits at home, when you sit down to study and your brain just freezes. Not because you do not care, but because you care so much that the pressure feels heavy. You might feel this tightness in your chest. Your thoughts speed up. You start planning in your head, but nothing feels realistic. Everything feels impossible. And once that feeling takes over, even tiny tasks feel like mountains. Here is something most students never learn. Your brain cannot be productive when it is overwhelmed. Your body goes into survival mode, so the harder you push, the worse it feels. This is where we start the healing process. With a reset. The 90-second reset that saves your focus. You can do this anywhere, and yes, it actually works. Stand up, shake your shoulders, lift your arms, take a full breath in, hold it. Let it out slowly. Do that again. Then another time. When you do this, you are not wasting time. You are telling your brain it is safe to focus again. You are calming the storm inside your mind. Most students skip this step because it sounds too simple. But simple is exactly what overwhelmed brains need. Once your mind softens even a little, we move to the next step. And this step is where the magic happens. The one-task rule that makes everything easier. Overwhelm usually comes from one thing. Too many tasks in your head at the same time. Study for the test. Finish the assignment. Start the project. Reply to messages. Fix your sleep schedule. Clean your desk. Be a perfect student. Be a perfect friend. Be a perfect human. It is no wonder you feel drained. So here is the rule. Choose one task. Only one. Do that one thing. Finish it. Then let that small victory carry you into the next task. Your brain loves completion. It hates endless lists. This is how you regain power, one task at a time. Picture this. You have 5 things due. Instead of panicking about all 5, choose the quickest one. Finish it. Submit it. Suddenly the world feels lighter. You are no longer buried. You are moving. Movement is what saves you. Not motivation. Not perfection. Movement. The 10-minute trick that breaks procrastination. Here is a tool that helped thousands of overwhelmed students. It is simple, but powerful. Tell yourself this. I will work for 10 minutes. Only 10. You do not need motivation to work for 10 minutes. Your brain does not resist. 10 minutes is safe. 10 minutes is doable. But here is the secret. Once you start, those 10 minutes often turn into 20, then 30, sometimes an hour. You start because it is small. You continue because it gets easier. And if you only work for 10 and stop, that still counts. Because forward is forward. This trick works because it removes pressure. Pressure is what locks your brain. Lower the pressure, and your mind opens up again. Fixing your environment without fixing your life. You do not need a fancy desk setup. You do not need perfect lighting. You do not need an aesthetic study corner. All you need is this. Clear one small space, 1 square meter, just enough room for your notebook or laptop. When your eyes see clutter, your brain feels overloaded. When your eyes see a small clean space, your brain feels order. You do not have to clean your whole room. You only need a small space that tells your mind, this is where we focus. It is small, but it changes everything. The hidden reason school feels overwhelming. Let me say something you might not hear often. School is not overwhelming because of the work. It is overwhelming because of the expectations you carry. You think you have to get everything right. You think you cannot fall behind. You think everyone else has it figured out while you are struggling. But here is the truth. No one actually has it figured out. People are just good at hiding it. Everyone is confused. Everyone is stressed. Everyone is trying to survive each day with the energy they have. The pressure you put on yourself is heavier than any assignment. That is why you feel tired even when you do nothing. You are carrying expectations that no student should carry alone. You are allowed to learn slowly. You are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to rest without feeling guilty. You are human, not a machine. The must and might list system. Here is a simple system that ends daily overwhelm. 2 lists. List 1 is your must list. 3 tasks. Only 3. These are the things you must complete today. List 2 is your might list. Everything else. These are things you might do if you have extra time. Why this works. Your brain finally understands what matters right now. You stop trying to do everything and failing. You start doing the essential things and succeeding. This is how calm students win, not by doing more, but by doing the right things. What to do when you feel like giving up. There is always a moment during the school year where you hit the wall. You sit down to work and feel nothing. No energy, no motivation, just emptiness. When this happens, ask yourself one question. What am I avoiding right now? Most of the time, it is not the assignment. It is the fear behind the assignment. Fear of failing, fear of disappointing people, fear of not being good enough, fear of falling behind. Once you name the fear, it loses its power. It stops controlling you from the shadows. You can breathe. You can think. You can move again. You do not overcome overwhelm by being tougher. You overcome it by being honest. A soft reminder you probably need today. You are doing better than you think. The fact that you are watching this means you care. You are trying. You want to improve. That alone puts you ahead of the version of you that gave up. Your value is not defined by grades. Your intelligence is not measured by how fast you learn. Your worth does not disappear because you had a bad day or a bad week. You are still growing. You are still learning. You are still becoming the person you are meant to be. You are enough, even on the days you feel behind. Final reset and call to action. Let us bring everything together. When school feels overwhelming, you reset your mind. You choose one task. You work for 10 minutes. You clear one small space. You separate must from might. You name the fear behind avoidance. You remind yourself that your pace is allowed to be your pace. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. You made it to the end. You have already taken the first step simply by being here. Try one of these steps tonight. Just one. Even a tiny move forward is still progress. And if you want more videos that help you feel less alone, stick around. We are leveling up together. One day at a time.